Hey guys, how's it going? Mario here. I wanted to get you guys' take on some a topic here that for some reason seems to be coming back over and over on debates on gun forums, on the local newscasts here in my town, and also in the nation, and that is guns in college and high school campuses, specifically for staff and also for CCW holders coming into and out of a campus. Um, and I'm going to give you guys my take on this. I really feel that the education system has failed our children, has failed the future of America because they have not implemented anything that is that has worked. Um, Instead of creating jobs for veterans, and this is something I brought up before, is we have a lot of veterans that are coming back from Iraq and Afghanistan, and may need a job, and why not make them armed security guards or armed guards, or whatever you guys want to call it. I think that would be a much better way of not only giving back for all these folks that have given so much for our country. But think about it. You really don't need to train these guys very much because they've had a lot of weapons training. Of course, they still need training because they need to know about the civilian gun laws, and maybe the weapon that they carry. Of course, it's not what they had in the military, so they need to get training on that, and I'm all for that. But I feel that a lot of these folks are not being used wisely, and I know a lot of them would love to do it because they'll be contributing back to their country and their community. But in general, I just feel that the education system has failed our kids, and I know that there's some school districts and even some universities have taken drastic measures in order for them to take care of their children. In some cases, I've heard about some high schools in Texas, Georgia, Tennessee, in which they play, they have a sign that says, "Hey, our staff is armed, and if you decide to come into our campus, there's a chance that you will not come out of there." And believe me, I think that if you deter anybody from going into a high school or a college campus and just thinking that they got free reign to kill anybody they want, we're making it too easy for a lot of these folks. And I feel that we need to have some sort of preventable measure in order for us to better take care of the future of America. Of course, when I went to high school, we never heard of stuff like this. I mean, if they found a knife on you, that was a huge thing. But nowadays, it just seems to me like there is there's more gun violence. There's people that are psychos that just feel that in order for them to get their point across, they got to kill a bunch of people. Just as that kid from Santa Barbara who happened to kill a bunch of kids at UC Santa Barbara. So my biggest thing is that we need to deter this type of action from ever happening again by having and I'm quoting Wayne LaPierre here. You got to have a good guy with a gun, and that's really what it is. Either that, or come up with a measure that is going to definitely help the future of America, and also help every education system, not just the high schools and the colleges, but I think we need to worry about the junior high schools, the elementary schools. Nobody's worrying about them, and we are putting we are putting way too much on law enforcement in order for them to enforce this, or in order for them to be able to take care of our kids, when many of them are overwhelmed and many of them are understaffed because of the current situation we're in. You guys know the economy is not the greatest. So, give me your take on this, guys. Tell me what you guys think. What preventable measures do you think we need to do in order for us to better take care of our children? And also, I think that CCW holders, or those that have a concealed carry weapons license, are being targeted in the wrong way. For example, here in January of this year, it became outlawed that anybody who has a concealed carry weapons license here in the state of California is not allowed to bring it inside of a campus. So you're telling me that I have 15 years in the military, and I happen to be a CCW holder. So you're telling me that I cannot come into the campus to pick up my kid or whatever the case may be and do any kind of official business or go to the attendance office or go speak to her counselor, and I have to put my gun in uh, inside of my vehicle because it's not allowed in the campus. So I got to leave it in the parking lot. Believe me, I'm a person that I'm always gonna respect the laws. Do I agree with it? No, because what happens if I'm inside of that classroom or I'm inside of that school, and there happens to be an active shooter? I am no longer a person that can help because I would have to find a way to get to my car, go get my weapon, and then be able to take care of the threat. By that time, the active shooter could have killed 10, 15 people. So you guys see where I'm saying? You guys see where I'm coming from? I think a lot of this stuff, a lot of these laws are stupid. They don't make sense, and you're telling anybody who's had extensive weapons training, because in the state of California, you got to have at least, I believe it's 8 hours of training when you initially do it, and then 4 hours of retraining. And also, you have to keep a log of how much, whenever you go to the range and stuff like that. So, a lot of these guys have put in their time in order for them to have a permit to carry a weapon. And to many of those that have it, they don't take that stuff for granted. So I just want to get your take on guys on all this stuff and tell me what you guys think. I really feel our education system is failing our kids, and we're worried too much about lawsuits and all this kind of stuff, and we're not doing anything really to prevent another school shooting from ever happening again. So, all right, guys, all I got. Like always, God bless you. God bless the United States of America, and I'm out.